Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Wild Rose Railway with the Hasty Train Maker, and we're coming here with another tutorial. And this time we are coming here, if we can get less of a glare, with some do-it-yourself homemade snow effects. So, and what we're going to be using here are only 4 products. We're going to use baking soda. We're going to use white glue because baking soda over time turns yellow. You'll see and hear about that in one of my tutorials on how to make Christmas trees out of furnace filter. And you're going to need Mod Podge to make the baking soda stick. So that's what's going to give you your sticky bonding consistency to make up this. So we're going to be making this up in my kitchen. So we've already got a batch ready to go, and I'm going to share a little trick with you guys so you don't have to worry about making too much and waste, because I will show you in the kitchen what happens with the dried stuff. So well worth sticking around, ladies. You're going to see me using a utensil once this is dried up later on in the video. I'll put a warning up there for your boyfriends and husbands so they can't blame me, and I will spare them some pain. So let's head over to my kitchen and let's start getting ready, guys. So alright guys, I'm doing something different. I'm in here in the kitchen with this one, as you can see. I'm going to open up here. So we've already found out what our materials were. So starting with my baking soda. Just put a little bit in here. I don't want too much right away. And I'm going to share a little tip at the end of making this part here. I'm going to take my my paint. I'm going to give it a generous coating. And I don't start off with any measurements here. Honestly, I don't start with any measurements. Put a little Mod Podge glue in here. So again, we're using the white because this will yellow up. So, and I'm just going to mix this nice and good. And if you wanted a thicker consistency, see, I'm used to doing this by eye, so you can just play with it. If your glue, with a little bit of put in, I probably put about 2 tablespoons worth, not even a tablespoon and a half. And you can already see how this is becoming a nice goopy consistency. So as you can see, if this is what I want right here, because it's going to start drying up a little bit. And don't worry about how much you get in here and any extra excess that you might not be using. I'm going to add more myself. Oh, I actually got some of my powder on this corner because I want to do my diorama. I'm just going to add a bit more, just to, way bit more than I wanted. And I'm just going to start mixing this up and try to get the consistency. Now that's too thick. That's what I said, don't worry, because you can add. So I'm going to add a little glue and just a little more paint. Just so I have enough paint in here, I know, to mix up. There we go. I'm going to mix again, and there, now I'm getting more of this, and I'm getting a good, nice consistency. Again, I like the first consistency, but I will blow through that in a heartbeat, and I want some of this hardening at the end. There we go. And don't be afraid to wipe your brush off here on the sides, because this stuff, give me a second. So this will dry hard, and inside here, and you can come and you can actually blend it up, and it's going to make it into a fine, nice powder. So once it's dry, and you can sprinkle this over for a snow effect. This actually makes a really nice snow effect. So, but yeah, here we go, and we got our, so let's go back to our hobby desk. Alright, so we've got our base made up, as you saw in my kitchen, nice and gooey. I've got a tree here. You can use this on anything. I'm just going to use this as an example on the tree. Nice small little tree here I have. And I'm just going to come down onto the contours and let my brush and the tree do the work. I like to put a little extra on the bottom because usually on the bottom of a tree you'll see a little bit more heavier snow from when it's cascaded down, and sometimes on the top you'll see a little bit extra before it's got a dip. So I'm just going to spackle a bit. Okay, there you guys go. Nice fake snow, nice and easy. You can do this on roads. You can do this on practically anything. I'm just going to tip this over here. Okay guys, so I've been seeing a lot of people asking about how to frost buildings that they bought and they want to frost them up. You can do the same thing as you just did with the tree. I'm just going to come down and I'm going to follow the contours of my building. This is a tea candle that I had that I planned on frosting over. So and I'm just going to frost in a few areas. Kind of take a look at your other buildings and see how it kind of, you know, goes down. Snow is always thinner on the top and thickens down on the bottom, because as it just slides down, it's going to collect more. So as it rests on the top, it is only going to be thinner as it goes down. So I tend to dab and spackle effect. So, and then we'll just let this dry, and I'm going to go around and just where I think I can highlight and tip it. So like I'll put a little bit right over here on, and then along my top of my logs. I'll give a little bit more down on the bottom. And it's just like dry brushing. So minus you're not getting off the paint. So, but you're just coming lightly over and highlighting certain features here. Trying to find the natural contour, and I'm just going to come over in a few other areas, and when we dry it up, I'll let you see what the effects look like. And I'll put a little bit of snow over on this corner. Let's give a little bit on here. There we go. I'm not actually. There we go. And once this dries up, we will come back and I will show you what this looks like. And so right here you can see this is the tree we just frosted as well. And look how good and nice that looks with the frosting on there. So here's a bit more. I'm trying to use my phone. As you can see, some aerial views where I highlighted items. So you can see the snow here, and this is not dry yet. This is still wet. So we'll come back over and show you once it's dry. Alright, so here's some dry time. I went over and I gave it a little bit of extra texture and layer. So as you can see here, oh, maybe not on that camera angle. I got some more down in there. I did more on this corner behind these ladies. As you can see, it looks really nice on here. And I came up and I frosted a little bit on top here. So, and you can also sprinkle some of that broken up. I'll show you later some of that broken up. And here is our tree we did earlier right in front of Santa Claus. And here's a tree I did in an earlier tutorial on making your own foam Christmas trees, and I use the same spackle effect. So there you go, guys. You see what it looks like on the tree, you see what it looks like on a building. I'm taking mine here and I thin out the stuff I don't use. I let it thin out, I crackle it off, I throw it into a blender, and it comes out as a white powder, and you can sprinkle that on as snow effect as well, because it has taken the white of the Mod Podge. And all you do is, once it's dry on here, you just take a spoon or a spatula or a scraper or something like that, and that's where I said women will hate me, because what I use is I have another cheese grater. I have 2 of these. So, and once this is dry, I just come in and I kind of take this all off, because it's got a good enough corner here that I can get in and all the way around, and then I just throw it in a small little blender that I have, and I let it blend up and go into a powder. And when I go over the spackle effect with the some baking soda paint Mod Podge mixture, it looks great sprinkled on and around, so you can give a thin layer, use that, then you can build up layers. I will do a diorama tomorrow, and I will use this stuff here once it's dry and do up a fresh batch and show you another technique on how to use this with a paper towel, glue, and water mixture base. So over styrofoam. That will be a video coming up in the next day or 2. So I hope you guys got something out of this. I hope you are able to enjoy this technique. It's not too hard. It's pretty easy. It's everything you pretty much got laying around the house. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Sure helps with the algorithms. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, and it pops up the notification bell. Give it a click for all our latest uploads and notifications. Until later, this was the Hasty Train Maker with Wild Rose Railway saying, have a trainerific time and peace out.